Lovely girl down west called Roisin Hurley sent me an email during the week. She's 17 years old. She's off on her own journey now, but it isn't without its trials, tribulations, anxious moments and worry and stress and bullying, I can tell you that. This is a young girl who eventually had to leave school without even getting her leaving cert, and she joins me by phone. She's off and rocking now, but it's been tough, and she's been a very resilient young woman. Roisin, good morning. On line one, my apologies. I'm sorry, I got the wrong line. Roisin, there you are now. Morning to you.
Morning, hi.
Thank you so much for your email. And then I was Googling a little bit about you, and I saw even more about what you went through as a young girl. You left school 2 years ago, not having sat your leaving cert. Why?
So basically, once I went into secondary school, I made friends, in first year. And throughout the next few months of first year, some of my friends started to say names to me and point out features of my face, not in a nice way, And just from then on, people started to join in, and I suffered abuse for that for 4 years. So then I decided to leave and move to a different school.
You were, and these are your own words, not mine, adopted from China as a baby.
Yes, that's right. Yes, I was adopted when I was 1, and I'm fully Irish, and I've lived in Ireland my whole life. So I didn't think, I thought I was normal like everybody else, in primary school. Nobody thought to say anything to me,
But the minute you hit secondary school, your race became an issue for these bullies.
Exactly. That's the only thing that they could talk about. And people would point to me, and even on my last year in school, people started to actually trip me, with their legs and all that. And it was awful.
So the first secondary school, this started in first year, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. After only a couple of months, you had enough of it. And you wanted to move school. Did you move after a couple of months?
No, you see, I was in the first school since first year, and then I moved school in fourth year.
Okay,
so
the first 4 years you put up with it. But were your parents aware of it? Was the principal aware of it? Surely the teachers were picking up on it.
Oh yeah, they were completely aware of it, and we tried to get it sorted out. So one day a girl came over to me and she said, "Oh, you look like you hit your face with a frying pan. It's so flat." And so I got very upset by that, and I told the year head, and she said, "Okay, we'll bring you out, we'll talk about it." So they brought myself and the girl out.
What is a year head? Is that a student or a teacher?
It's a teacher that takes care of each separate year.
Okay, go ahead.
And so they got us to go out, and we just sat down, and all she said was, "Okay, say sorry to each other." And we did, and that was that. They didn't give any discipline or any teaching.
Why did you have to apologise?
Because I did say something to her, because I felt like I needed to defend myself.
Of course you did.
And then she then told the yearhead as well. So we both had to apologise.
And would that yearhead and others in authority have known that was not the first time that somebody had said something to you?
Oh, yes. Back in the first year, another girl came up to me, and then she said, "I can F back off to China," and put me in a box or something. So my mother came into the school trying to complain, but they did nothing. They brought her into the office and told her not to do it again. But obviously she continued to do it again.
Were there other students from other countries and other parts of the world, either born here or moved to this part of the country?
Sorry, what?
Well, you are, as I say in your email, adopted as a little baby from China.
Yes.
So therefore you had clearly Chinese features. Beautiful face, incidentally. But were there other young girls? Was it a girls' school?
Yes, it was. Yeah,
were there other young girls who were either born here from parents from other parts of the world? Did they get any grief like you did?
I'm actually not sure. No one really speaks up about it anymore. It's all swept under the rug.
No, but I'm saying, were there other girls from other parts of the world in the school besides you?
Oh, yes, there was, yes.
Okay. And were they targeted in any way?
Not that I know of, no.
Okay. So, did the school ever have assembly and talk to everybody en masse and say,
No.
This is not acceptable. This is not tolerated. We have when first years would start, that they would have an induction where they would give them the policies and the rules and the threats of suspension. None of that.
No, there's no topic on racial bullying, or it was just bullying. That's it. It's all swept under the rug, I feel.
You found that very upsetting, clearly.
Yes, I did.
How did it make you feel?
I just felt like I couldn't do anything by myself anymore, and I just felt like it was time for me to leave this school because it wasn't doing enough for me. Like I had no friends left, so I'd just sit in my locker, in the locker room, and I'd eat my lunch there, and the girls would come in and they'd look at me and laugh at me.
You were always on your own as the years went by. Your friends deserted you, the ones that you had?
Yes, they chose sides with the girl that was saying those things to me.
Was there always one ringleader?
Yes, there was, yeah.
So if this ringleader could have been taken out of the equation, taken perhaps out of the school, life for you would have been a lot better.
Absolutely, that's what I think.
And that did not happen?
No, it did not. They didn't even take her out after that.
And she was a repeat bullier?
Yes, she was, yes.
And not one friend stood by you?
Not one, no.
How did the school feel then when you and your folks decided to take you out of it?
We didn't really say anything else. We just told them that we're leaving, and that was that. I kept it on the down low just before I left, just so no one would find out about it.
Were you relieved to leave, thinking things would improve?
Yes, I thought I would get a new start and be able to do and sit my leaving cert.
So you moved for fifth year, did you?
I did, yes, to a different school.
How did that go?
And it was great for 1 month. I had friends from outside of school called Fororga, so I thought I'd join their group and everything would be fine. But in November of 2019, people started calling me out and saying all these racial slurs, the stereotypical ones. And I said, if this keeps happening, I don't think I can sit it. I've been through enough,
But it did get worse.
It did get worse, yes. Although the school was very, they wanted to do something about it, but I just said that if you take them in, they'll tell everybody, and then that'll be the end of it for me anyways.
What do you mean by that?
So...
it would make it worse, is it?
It would make it worse, yes, because people would still say it, because teenagers are teenagers. They don't care what authority says in schools,
I'd care if they were suspended or kicked out, though.
Yes, but I don't think that would be the obvious choice for them. I think it would just be a talking to,
Yes, but to stand idly by as a school, or in this case, two different schools, is tantamount in itself to racism and bullying. To do nothing is exactly that. It's tantamount to the crime.
Yes, but you see, they wanted to do something, and I said, I don't think I can handle that, because then I'd have to talk to them, I feel like, and then that would just make everything worse for myself personally. So that's when I decided to leave. So
there was more of this F off back to China and descriptions of your face and your facial features. Yeah. And to a young girl, of course, that is a very touchy subject anyway.
Yeah, very. I feel like I can't really talk about it anymore. I can't go back into that town with the school in there. I can't go into that town.
So did you leave the school and the town?
Yes.
With your folks?
I haven't gone back in there since.
No.
I travelled into the town for school, but I haven't been to that town since.
Okay. So talk to me about leaving that school.
So in November 2019, I left school and I decided to...
How old were you?
I was 16.
Okay, go ahead.
And I decided to get a part-time job in the city centre, and I was working till the end of that 2019, and I worked all through... I'll work from home in 2020, and I still work there now, but all from home because of COVID. And in October 2020, I decided to launch a business called Drift Co.
And I'll get to that in a moment, but at 16 you left school without completing your leaving cert. You can do that, can you? People don't have to sit a leaving cert, no?
I feel like nowadays you can get into a course without your leaving cert. You know, you can get through back doors, do a smaller course, and then build your way up. You know.
And your folks, were they okay with this plan?
I think they were. You see, I had a very tough time, and my mother was so supportive of it, and they felt that it was the best choice for me because it was too much for me. You know.
I know, but it's an awful situation to be put in, you know. It really is. I mean, as I was saying there, you're on your own journey now, but not everybody would be able to or have the strength or the wherewithal to pick themselves up from a situation that was going on for so long like yours. Mm-hmm. So you got the part-time job and were working in that job. What kind of a business were you working in?
It was a construction company. I was filing their invoices and dockets.
Did you like that?
I love it. It's great. It's, you know, it's relaxing and everybody in the workplace is absolutely lovely.
So that must have come as a complete change to you then, where people saw you for who you were, treated you respectfully.
Yes, it was amazing. It's my favourite thing to do now. I'm missing it so much right now.
It's kind of sad though that it wasn't that way in school.
I know, yeah.
And do you ever think as to why young people behave that way? I mean, I'm amazed that it would be, you know.
I just feel like
I'm amazed that it would be a race or a colour or an ethnic issue with young people. You know, I would have thought they would be the very last to be calling out things like that.
Yeah, I really have no answer to that. I don't understand that myself. I feel like it's 2021. There are different ethnicities all over the place. You know, people should be able to get used to it.
Where did they learn it from? Is it something they picked up in the home?
I'm not sure. It could be, but it could not be. It could be from the internet as well.
Okay, so then you decided that you were going to set up your own business, making and selling custom handmade jewellery, right?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And where did you develop that talent?
So in the summer, I decided to take up a hobby called metal stamping. It's just where you get a hammer and a little metal stamp with like any letter, and then you can hammer it into the pendant, into the metal, and you can make a necklace out of it. And you can customize it however you want, like a name or a date, you know.
And this would be bracelets, earrings, rings, necklaces, all sorts of things?
Yes, that's right, yeah.
Gold? Silver?
24 karat plated gold.
Well, I'll be darned. That's the good stuff. Is it expensive?
No, it's very affordable. My most expensive item is €24, but everything's on sale now.
And how's it going for you?
It has been amazing. I've sold so many products, and I'm so happy and grateful for everybody that supports me. And I've been the happiest I've ever been.
And how do you get? Are you shipping? Are you doing all of the shipping and everything?
Yes, it's by myself. I work from my bedroom, and I fund, I ship, I make, I advertise, everything.
And Driocht, that's an Irish word?
For magic.
So driochtco.com is the website, DRAIOCHTCO, Driocht Co.
Yes, that's right.
That's amazing. And how long is it running?
Since October 2020.
And do you hope to branch out and do lots more?
I hope so, yes. At the moment, I'm getting a custom shed to make into my workshop. So I'll be going out of my bedroom because it's kind of looking like a factory right now.
Was part of this motivated by bullies?
Definitely, because I felt like just working wasn't enough. I wanted to do something with my life, you know, not just sit around and do nothing. You know, I just wanted to be able to say I did something, and this is now my dream.
I don't think you're the kind of girl that will ever work for somebody else. Do you agree?
I agree.
I've seen what you make. It's fantastic, and I would encourage people to look, check it out, and to buy either for themselves or a loved one. And God knows it's an affordable price. It's fantastic, Roisin. Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Do stay in touch and let us know how things are going.
Of course.
And it's, you know, and to some extent, it's 2 fingers to the bullies, if you know what I'm saying. Mind yourself. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
She's lovely. Roisin Hurley. Check out our website, www.driochtco.com. If you can't, follow it right now, then it's up on Twitter. and it's up on our Facebook page as well. And support her.
Neil Prendeville, the voice of Cork. Weekdays 9 to midday, Cork's Red FM. Red FM.